Hi, this is Utah Defender, and I'm going to replace this on my channel. This is the murder of Chase Allen by the Farmington Police Department. And the first set of videos that you're going to watch were put together in a dog and pony show to clear the police and gain favoritism of the public that it was a good shooting. Well, after you get done watching this video, you'll realize that Chase Allen was set up and murdered. He was executed. It sounds like a crazy thing to say, but when you watch the two sets of videos, you're going to come to the realization that all the body cams cannot be trusted in this first set of videos that you watch of the Chase Allen murder. And in the second set, Diane Chase uses the raw footage from their body cams and has a professional explain certain things that show you that Chase Allen never had a gun, never produced a gun in his hands. And I'm here to tell you that when I first saw this, I sobbed, I went to bed, and during my sleep, I had Heavenly Father come to me and say, take care of this. See this through the end. This kid was murdered. That day was a terrible day for me. I kept going back and forth in my mind. And then I prayed that night and I said, Heavenly Father, if he pointed a gun at the police, I don't want to do this. And that night, when I went to sleep, during the night, the Lord showed me in a vision that the gun the whole time was between the seat and the center console. I had one more vision, which was two hands up in the air like you're being held up by somebody with a gun at a friend's house on Thanksgiving Day, 2 Thanksgivings ago. And that was to tell me that that was the reason why Sergeant Taylor Jacobson did not allow Chase Allen to get out of the car. Because if he would have gotten out of the car, he would have had 2 empty hands that showed no gun in them. And he couldn't afford that because their whole intent at this stop was to murder him, to murder him. And this has been covered up by DA Troy Rollins, the 3 commissioners of Davis County, because I went to them. I've got a video of it where I said I have new evidence and they haven't done a shitting thing about it. They don't want a lawsuit. See, that's where all this is at. And the woman who always seems nice is evil because they never, who's a commissioner, never did anything to make sure this was reopened. And it has to be reopened. This case was a murder done by the Farmington Police Department, and justice has been obstructed by DA Troy Rollins and Chief Eric Johnson. So here's the video. I'm showing it now because I've had a lot of new subscribers. Gosh, I probably had 6,000 new subscribers since this video was put on my site. So I'm going to play it, and it's up to the point that Chase Allen's mother has a professional, and she goes over the body cams, and nothing's manipulated like the chief did. The chief basically lied. There's so many terrible things that the chief did to make this seem like it was a good shooting when in fact it wasn't. So what I'd like is everybody to share and comment, and in the comment section, put a 1 if you believe that Chase Allen was murdered. Put a 1 in the comment section. And again, I don't do clicks and views. I don't get paid any money. I'm not going to get paid any money for doing this because the Lord wanted me to do this. I don't take any money from YouTube or anybody to do this. I'm trying to prove that the Farmington police officers, the 6 of them that were there, and Chief Eric Johnson planned to murder Chase Allen. They are murderers, and they have blood on their hands, and they're walking the streets free because DA Troy Rollins gave them a get-out-of-jail pass for free. That's what's going on here. So let me get it set back up. There we go. And now I'm going to play it and watch. And again, leave a 1 in the comment section if you believe that Chase Allen was murdered, and do everything you can. Write the Utah Bureau of Investigation and the Attorney General of the United States and ask that this case be reopened, that the civil rights of Chase Allen were violated.
That they said that was the first dispatch call when they get into the Farmington post office, which was a lie.
So there's already radio traffic to get to wherever he's going.
There's at least 2 that we know of, yes.
Yeah, the audience will realize here in a minute. Yeah, so audience, do pay attention to how much time is in here and how fast. There's a whole bunch of officers traveling this vehicle. So that kind of gives you an idea. They were already on their way.
Please don't skip through this video. Watch the whole thing,
All the officers are
because
on
then
at
you're
the
going to
same
see what
time
I'm talking about.
at the post office.
That the first set of videos were manipulated by Eric Johnson, the police chief, who retired, but I think he quit because the city said you're a liability, bye-bye. And that's why he's not there.
Are already there. That doesn't happen in real life.
Nope.
Also, none of the police officers were deputized to be on that property to make an arrest. That's
Right, it's federal property, right?
correct. They're supposed to be deputized, and they were not. They had no authority whatsoever.
No, in other words, there was no agreement between Farmington and the federal FPS, right?
Correct. But the officers weren't sworn in as deputized.
Okay.
And note, from the time that Butcher knocks on the window, Chase Allen inside that car will be dead in 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Watch the timer right here.
How's it going? Good, how are you? Good, I'm Officer Farmington Police. The reason for the stop today is there's no registration on your vehicle. Alrighty. Davis, Fox 21. You have a couple more heading my way.
That's the second dispatch call.
So a couple more. In other words, there was already people on their way. He's asking for a couple more.
They're right now behind them. They're already in the parking lot. They're not showing it.
Okay.
And if you watch the timer on here, the 15:23,
Back window roll down.
watch that timer, how fast stuff happens.
15, 23, 21 right now. Okay.
I just want to make sure that
Now
you're the
stop
only
for
one
a
in the
second.
vehicle.
I want to tell you
Here's the deal,
something.
man.
It's critical to know. He asked, is there anybody else in the car? Why did he ask that? Because he had a guilty conscience. He didn't want to kill or have any witnesses to their murder.
And I'm stopping you because there's no registration on your vehicle, and I'm requesting your identification. Okay? You are detained at this time, and you are not free to leave. Are you going to provide me your identification? Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no, that you're not going to provide me your identification. Is that the route we're going? Or would you like to provide your identification to me? We can have a conversation. We can discuss the laws that you're breaking, and then we can go from there.
If you want my identification, you're arrested. You accept surety and trusteeship over it. And you won't be responsible for any debts that you're trying to incur here.
Okay, so I'm not trying to incur any debts or anything. I'm trying to investigate why your vehicle doesn't have any registration.
60 minutes. You are trying to incur debt and legalize
Okay.
It's not allowed.
Okay.
And under
So,
19, section
here's-
45,
here's the-
traveling is federally protected
Okay.
activity.
Cliff,
I
can you
understand
stop
what
the
you're
video
saying.
for a second?
I understand what you're saying.
I want to tell you something. What Chase Allen's doing, he's quoting U.S. code law to the officer. The officer I talked to later on, he had no idea what the hell he was saying to him. But Chase Allen was being cooperative, and he was trying to tell him what the laws were in regards to his U.S. citizenship, because he paid money to the United States government to change his citizenship. And Utah doesn't want people to know about this. You don't need a driver's license, and you can drive without having a driver's license or a license plate on your car. And this young man is very smart. He has second year of law school, and he was trying to be very cooperative. And what we had here is a dumb shit police officer doesn't know his butt from his weapon, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I agree. Yeah, and if he wanted to, I mean, if he really wanted to escalate things, Chase Allen, he wouldn't be talking about law.
No, no.
And what I'm telling you is that you do not have an option to identify yourself.
I do.
You are lawfully required to identify yourself. So you can provide your identification to me, and we can have a conversation about the laws that you've broken, or you can fail to identify it to me, and we can go that route too. I'm perfectly okay with either way you want to go, but the direction that this encounter goes is 100% in your hands.
Utah code.
Now tell me that wasn't her
Okay?
It's the corporate.
rehearsed prior to him stopping it. That what he
Yeah.
just said, his little spiel.
Yeah, I mean, if this guy wins this argument, then everybody in Utah could do the same thing and not have to have a driver's license or tags. Or anything.
Exactly,
They
exactly.
don't want that.
Yeah.
That's less money for the state.
That's right. That's why they killed him.
It's policy.
Okay.
Which you have to be contracted in to be required to follow it. Unless
Okay.
you provide me a contract with my lucky signature saying I'm required to follow it,
And remember,
then there's
the news media said he was uncooperative, a sovereign citizen, and he has a gun. He's not uncooperative. And the gun never comes out. No body cam ever captures a gun. No eyeball of any cop. When Butcher yells, gun, 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 it's all lies.
Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Utah Cat Watch, you have yourself muted.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right.
Wonderful. Do you have a driver license as well?
I'm not in the jurisdiction.
Okay.
Do not stop, do not detain. You are not allowed to stop me.
Let me see that.
Your list.
I didn't see what you just
And
tried to
that's
show me. Can you
mentioned
show
on
it to me
his
again?
passport.
What's this?
Oh, it says that on his passport that do not.
Correct. And he's quoting it verbatim.
Okay.
This is your passport. It says, do not stand, do not detain. If you go on the first page,
Okay.
it says, the United States Guard requests all detained concerns.
Okay. Here's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, so he's not letting it finish saying what he's trying to say.
He doesn't even, I talked to him, he doesn't know anything what he's telling.
Wow.
He just interrupts him.
Here's what
And he
I'm telling
quotes
you.
the law.
Okay. Will you hand that to me so I can read it? You want me to look at it through this tiny crack in your window? You're not going to hand it to me?
If I hand this to you, you accept trusteeship.
And in the state of Utah, you do not
Sure,
have
I'll
to
accept-
hand physically your ID to the police. You can display it in the window. That's
Right.
the law.
No, I do know that. You have to present it, that you don't have to hand it over. You just
Exactly.
have to.
Accept trusteeship if you just hand me the document so I can identify who you are because you're required by state law. Thank you so much, Mr. Chase Allen.
That is not me. That is a piece of plastic paper.
So you have a fraudulent passport?
Stop the video. I want to talk about this. He purposely says that to all the officers. You can't see him. There's 5 other officers circled around that vehicle ready to kill him. They've got their gloves on and guns ready. And so he says, you gave me a fraudulent passport, so now they're all hyped to shoot him. That's part of, but they already knew it because they trained to do this.
Yeah, but they know who he is anyway. They've had previous encounters
for the last
with
2 years. The whole thing.
And he was saying, no, it's not a fraudulent document.
It wasn't.
He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it.
And at this point, being a former police officer in the military, you go back, you check his passport, run his name and date of birth, come back, write him a ticket, and tell him you're going to tow his car. You can sit in it until a tow truck comes. But see, they didn't do that. Why? Because their intent was to murder him, to assassinate him, to execute him. Watch what happens.
Okay, step out of the car for me.
No,
Sir, step out of the vehicle
No.
right now.
I am not required to.
Step out of this vehicle right now.
We're going to have issues where
Step out of the car. Right now.
Chase Allen's mother said that the holster was photoshopped in these pictures.
Step out.
Do you notice that Chase Allen opened his own door and stepped out?
Watch this part about the right
Yeah,
hand.
he used his left leg. He put his left leg out like he's going to try to get out for him.
And he opened the door. He complied with every. Now stop this right here. This is critical. This is so critical. That's his right hand on his left arm going for the gun. That shows you how doctored and manipulated the body cams were. Think about that. It says his right hand near the holster. That's his right
left
hand
arm.
on his left arm. How stupid is that?
See, I noticed that.
They manipulated all the body cams. Every stinking one of these body cams were manipulated, and this is the proof.
That's not. That doesn't even look like his hand, really. I mean,
No, it's too big because it's Photoshop.
yep.
And look, is there a gun inside that holster? I'm a weapons expert from Special Forces. There's no gun in that holster, and that's Photoshop there. What you see there wasn't
Well,
really
if there is, it would be covered by the seatbelt.
Thank you, but you can't even see a gun. There's no gun handle there.
No, you don't see anything.
But look at that right hand near the holster. That's his left arm on and his right hand's on his left. How stupid are they? This is how stupid this chief is, because he's responsible for the manipulation. That's a felony.
Wow.
No one catches that, but we did. Jose did.
Yep, and we're gonna talk about this chief here in a minute. We're gonna show
Oh,
something.
jeez. And they're passing off right hand on the left arm. That tells you they manipulated this stuff. They're so damn guilty on everything. What gun?
Yep. And the guy who plays gun is like two guys behind him.
Notice in this
The other
film they make a white
there's
screen so you
possible way
can't see anything.
Well, if you stop that, all you see is the lard ass of Sergeant Taylor Jacobson in the way. And he had a body cam on. And I'm going to tell you something. not one body cam ever caught a gun in the hand of Chase Allen. Not one body cam. There's not one frame. It's all an imagination. If this was all planned when they trained to kill Chase Allen, they were going to yell gun to alert everybody. Get ready. As soon as Taylor Jacobson, the sergeant, pulls out, shoot at Chase Allen. So that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So everybody opens fire, has the field day. Isn't this fun?
If you don't step out of the car, we're gonna break the window and pull you out.
Now, to me, that looks like he's reaching for a seatbelt.
He is, because he has to lift his leg. This is where the chief says he's going for the gun. He's flexing up the holster, trying to undo the seatbelt. That's what you have to do in this car. The seatbelt's so far back and the seat's so small, you have to lift up your hip to undo the detent to release the seatbelt. Where's the gun in his hand? You can see it right there. There's stupid Butcher with his hand.
Yeah, ridiculous.
No gun. Now look at as the sergeant goes into the car. They told him to get out. Why did he bum rush him to get out of the car?
Yeah, how can you get out of the car and then open the door and block his coming out of the car? Instead, you're pushing him into the car.
Exactly. And I had a vision. I had a vision on Thanksgiving Day. The Lord told me, he showed me two hands that was Chase. I couldn't see Chase's head. But the reason why they bum rushed him in is because if he would have gotten out of that car with two empty hands, all bets were off. They weren't able to kill him. And that was their mission, to murder, assassinate Chase Allen. The worst part's still coming up, but this is bullshit. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
Step out of the car. Gun.
This was all planned.
That's just so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous.
No one saw a gun. They cannot. And on the body cam of the sergeant that bum rushes them, he doesn't pick up a gun.
Now, this guy was the one yelling, gun, right?
The guy in the stance there with his gun out.
Yeah. Completely, I mean, where does he see a gun? How can he even see a gun from that
Where
angle?
did any of the officers behind the car see a gun? You're not supposed to shoot anybody unless you see a gun. But
Yep.
they all opened fire because they wanted him dead.
Yeah, that's military training. You never shoot at what you can't see. And if you can't see a gun in the civilian world, you don't shoot a person.
Yes, they teach them.
Think
to
about that,
hold
because all the
on
cops
target, to let
just
them
riddled the
yeah.
car.
Yes.
There's two magazines each, too. I've got to have my fun. I got to make sure he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, you even hear the guy that's on body cam right now saying, I only got one shot off and it jammed. I had to reload.
Yeah.
I only got to shoot once.
Yeah, I felt so sorry for him.
Yeah, all the ceasefire going on, and then he shoots the last bullet too after he gets reloaded.
Yeah.
So he got to actually shoot twice.
But here's something I want to show you. You see the vehicle? You see the vehicle with the window, the back window rolled down? We haven't talked about that. You want to know about this?
Yeah, I would. I think the sergeant, when he came in, he also hit the window things.
I think the sergeant and both Butcher made an effort to make sure that window was down. The window's down because a guy named Kyle Carey, okay? Kyle Carey's job was to put 3 assassination bullets into the back of his head. And they never show that, and they also block it out in the video. You can see black spotches. They did it on purpose to make you. The chief never shows this in his dog and pony show at the police department to the media. And you'll
that's
see
what
the
we're
video.
watching right now is the Dog and Pony Show. That's the one we're watching right now.
And the dog and pony show is where the chief. I'm losing my train of thought. But anyway, they did an assassination shot to make sure he was dead. 3 shots to the back of his head, and the chief denied it. He stood right in front of me. I said, "You're going to deny that in front of this camera?" He didn't know what to say. But they did an assassination shot to make sure he was dead. And the revving noise you hear is when he was first shot by Kyle Terry in the back of the head. That's from his foot pushing on the accelerator.
Yep. You tense up.
And that holster is photoshopped. It's not there. It's too high up on the body.
So he never had this holster on his head
That
at all?
holster was not there. Because there's other pictures that show when they're pulling him out, there's no holster on his hip. Diane Ellis said that is a Photoshop picture. Notice how they prominently display that so you can see that he had a holster. Well, where's the damn gun? I know where the gun is.
That
Well-
holster looks too big.
Exactly.
I
It looks
mean-
like bullshit.
It
And
looks
it's too
almost
far
like
up.
a toy gun.
It's too
Yeah.
high up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unqualified immunity, that is a good question. When will the original not edited video be released?
Never.
Yeah. We're going to get into what's going on now, too.
Now, the gun on the floor there that you see that? That was planted, the gun, the whole time it was there. And I will inject the fact that I'm a Latter-day Saint, and the Lord gave me a vision. And I asked him one night when I first saw this video, where was the gun? And he said it was between the seat and the center console. And all Taylor Jacobson did, this is a felony. And the way they explain it in the write-up, it's a felony because they planted the gun there. You don't tamper with anything in a crime scene, period. It's a felony. Sergeant Taylor Jacobson should have been charged with a felony. And all he did is he took his third finger, his middle finger, and his thumb, saw the gun, because I proved in one of my videos, they were searching for a gun. The debris on that seat moves around. They went, holy shit, where's the gun? And they go back in and they find the gun between the seat and the center console, and they pull it out to display to give you the impression he dropped the gun there and he pulled it out, which is utter, pure bullshit. Am I right, Jose? Thank you.
Thumbs up.
That gun was planted.
You know, and I was also reading over the reports, some of the stuff that you guys sent to us, and I've got to find it, but I remember seeing in the report something where it said that the gun was on the passenger seat. If it was on the passenger seat, then how did it end up on the floorboard, by the gas pedal, upside down?
And then
Out of the hole.
we never see a picture of the gun being in the passenger seat. And you're correct about that. I think it was the sergeant that rushed in there is the one that put in his report saying that the gun was in the passenger seat. So why did he move it? Why did anyone move it and put it there if it was in the passenger seat? The reason why they're putting that is because they want to clear themselves, saying that when Chase Allen's arm fell down and dropped in the passenger seat, then why didn't they leave it there? And why is the picture of a gun only on the driver's side? So it makes no sense. Nothing makes sense if the reports they did, nothing at all. And if you guys could be able to, I don't know if you guys could be able to paste the reports on the video or something so people could read them, or maybe Utah Defender or myself will do a video and paste all the reports there so people could read them. It makes no sense whatsoever.
The other thing is, in a crime scene, they have to take pictures of that gun where it fell out of his hand. There is no damn picture of that gun. I'll guarantee you there's none. And if one shows up today, it's done after they watch this video. They lied. They're supposed to take a picture of that gun if it fell on the seat or on the passenger side, wherever it fell. They have to go in and take a picture of it, and they ain't going to have a picture of it. This also proves that how guilty these people are in setting up a crime scene to cover the ass of the police officers. This was all a purpose, planned murder against Chase Allen.
So, do you guys see Oklahoma Outlaw Audit's statement here? And did you guys try to get to the basically the footprint on how many times that
They won't release anything to us. They're being
they
so.
won't.
Yeah.
I've written the DA 3 times, and I wrote the records office of Farmington, and they won't release anything.
Since
to
then, I've
Are they
asked
saying that
for
the case is still
that
open?
information 9 times.
Technically, it's still open because 60 months later, they called Diane from Kaysville, said, pick up the gun, the car, and the cell phone. We thought it was lost. And she went to go pick it up, and then she had to go talk to the chief of police, which is the video I think you're going to show with my interaction with the chief of police for Farmington. They still have the stuff. They haven't released it. All they're doing is harassing. Think about how long they've had it. 16 months. Why? Because things can be manipulated in 16 months, so you can't find what you want. And if that cell phone isn't pristine and looks like in these pictures, there's a picture of the cell phone in the seat. There's a picture of the cell phone held up. If it looks any different than that, they purposely damaged the phone. So,
are they holding on to this for the statute of limitations to run out so that the family can't?
there's no statute of limitations for murder.
Well, we're talking to the lawsuit, though. They want to run out the clock. You have 2 years from the time the incident happened to file your lawsuit.
Well, that's a good point. That you're probably correct on. But why is it that you can send the police officers back to work in a month and a half and still not release this stuff in 16 months? It's because they're dirty. It all points again that they're rotten, dirty human beings. And they're covering their ass. They don't want a lawsuit. And the DA, I say in my videos, I want the death penalty for DA Troy Rollins. And I want it for Eric Johnson because everything that I looked at professionally tells me that this was an execution. So I can't answer your question, but yeah, that's a good train of thought.
Sir, step out of the vehicle right now.
I am not compliant.
Step out of this vehicle right now.
And we're going to have issues here.
Step out of the car right now.
Step out of the car. We're gonna break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car.
As soon as he opens the door, gun, there was no gun out.
Okay, so they've had previous interactions with Chase, and they know he carries a gun. They know he carries a gun.
Yes, they did their homework and they knew it was that he had a gun with him.
Yeah.
Okay, step out of the car, bro.
Sir, step out of the vehicle right now.
No, this is the sergeant's body camera right now.
Sir, step out of the car right now.
Step out of the car. We're gonna break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car.
Where's the gun? You don't take gun.
Hang on a minute.
Where's the gun? And then it cuts off his body cam.
Yeah. They got one body cam where it goes to his shoulder.
So, well, let me. So
Go ahead.
remember this footage right here. Remember, because on the next video that you're gonna play, the family investigators saw something else on the video that they caught, and everything that they is gonna show from this angle from the other video you're gonna play is totally different than what the chief released on this video.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Well,
Nikki, what
my
are you going to say?
My question is if you back it up just a little bit,
I will.
to right before, not
Yeah.
okay, not that far.
Were they outgunned?
Yeah, to right before they yell gun.
Oh, shit.
There. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Now stop it right there. Stop. Okay. In the report, it says that there's a gun on the passenger seat, correct?
This guy would have seen it if there was one.
Wouldn't that officer have seen it, and wouldn't he have already said, hey guys, there's a gun?
She's talking about this guy right here.
When Butcher was standing there, he would have seen it.
Number
Yeah.
two, when he's standing there looking in, because we all know that
That's
as
what
soon
they
as
do.
you give them a chance, they're going to look and search and see what they can see in plain sight.
The other officer on the other side of the car would have seen it.
Yeah, I've got my cursor on him right now. He would have
Yeah.
seen it.
So let it play just a couple of seconds.
Not even a couple.
Nope, let it keep going. Keep going.
Right now.
When that door
Keep
opens
going.
up.
Let the door open.
Chase opens the door. That's an important thing to know.
Step out of the car right now. Step out of the car. We're going to pull you out.
A little bit more. All right. A little bit more. Let him get in there.
See the left foot?
Let's get
Raise
out
it
of the
up.
car.
Yep.
There it
Okay.
goes.
A little bit more.
So this is the sergeant's body cam right now that we're looking at. The one that's pushing him into the car.
And it's been manipulated, pushed down so that when you can't see inside the car, the vehicle of the car, by the chief of police, so that they can say there was a gun there, which is pure bullshit.
Is this where you were thinking, Nikki, or did I pass it, or should I continue?
Continue, because I didn't see where the cop's body was across him.
No, it doesn't show it here.
Yeah, it doesn't show it.
It
They
doesn't.
took it off. They took it off.
Oh, okay.
And they turned all the body cams off after 6 minutes. There was a 6-minute thing given out to everybody.
What they're talking about is Taylor Jacobson's body cam would have proved that Chase Allen never pointed a gun
Because when
at
it
anybody.
exonerated, Chase Allen had no gun out, and they couldn't afford to have that picture.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if the public saw this, okay, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I'm more detail oriented. If the public saw this and saw the two cops on the passenger side and saw the fact that the other officers were looking in the car, because we all know they do, why has there not been more of a public outrage?
Nikki,
Well, there has been.
you know
I think
why
it's because
also?
my video's too
Media
long.
is not covering the story whatsoever. They're just covering whatever the DA, whatever the police department
They
is.
regurgitate whatever the government says.
They're not doing
Regurgitate
the-
whatever they say.
Yep,
There's
they're not
three
doing the-
elements that the news media carried. He had a gun, he was not compliant, and he was a sovereign citizen, which is all BS.
Yeah, so the media is not doing anything. They're not doing what we're doing. They're not going through videos. They're not going through police reports. They're not doing any of that. They're just letting the story go. Oh, did I lose you guys?
No, you're here.
Oh, okay, there you are. So they're not doing anything about this story. We're the ones doing something. We're the ones trying to get this thing out there.
Yep.
No,
It's just you three alone.
The news media, by me, have been given 2 times. I've sent them all emails. ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, both newspapers to recant what they said, and they ignore me. So they're
The
part of
news
the
media
reason
covers
why
up
he's
the
dead.
murders of police in Utah.
Look at all that crossfire.
But that's the other thing that gets me is how no cops got hit.
Because they train.
I believe this is Kyle Carey right here, and he assassinated Chase Allen with 3 shots to the back of the head.
From the beginning.
And then he keeps firing.
They set up the whole thing.
These are terrible human beings.
Can you read
Why do these,
qualified immunity is,
at least five, why do 5 of these sons of bitches
he's asking
That was
about
the Attorney General.
have badges and guns? They should be in jail by now. You have to ask yourself, what the hell happened? It was all covered up by DA Troy Rawlins.
Nikki should
When
have
you
those documents.
that statement that he did
are in the positions of power, you can do whatever you want.
9 times he's never returned
And
my
this
mail.
can happen to your child or someone in your family. That's why you got to do something about it.
And I wrote the governor 9 times, and he hasn't done anything. And you saw my signs out in front of the Capitol building I have for the governor.
Yeah. She noticed that ceasefire, and then you hear that shot at the end.
Yeah, we
that
have
first
war.
officer. Yeah.
Cliff, are we at war?
Well, our country is, but it looks like we're the police are at war with our own civilian people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I think they've actually they're waging war on us without a declaration.
Exactly. They are.
It's just my opinion, but I'm right.
You're right.
I don't know about that question at all. I think it's irrelevant.
Well, 61% of the people that live in Utah are Mormon, but they're asleep. The Mormon population is asleep. They're not doing a damn thing about the children being murdered.
They swallowed the boot.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, they heal it all.
Would, I mean, 61%, but would that also not just apply to Utah, but to the whole United States? I mean, we have people out here who see this kind of stuff all the time, and they go, oh, well, he was a criminal. He must have deserved it. I'm going to put my head in the sand. As long as they don't come after me or mine, I can't do anything about it.
When we talk to anybody in Utah, we ask them if they know about the Chase Allen murder, and they go, oh, the one at the post office? And then we go, yes. Oh, yeah, he had a gun. He was a sovereign citizen. And what was the other thing they say? I'm losing my train of thought.
He wasn't complying.
Yeah, he wasn't complying. That's what
Yeah.
they say. Why? Because the news media is the right hand of police departments here in Utah, and they just put out there what they want them to say. They're not objective at all. They're subjective.
And I'd like the news media to prove me wrong, because they've never shown any of these videos, which I've sent them twice. They're covering up for police departments.
And don't question authority. Do what you're told. And if you're non-compliant, you're a criminal. You need to do what the government tells you. Every government entity. Otherwise, you're just a piece of shit human being that deserves to die. Apparently.
Yeah, if we walk around. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said we walk around with signs and everything. You know, we try to ask people, "Do you know about this story?" Mostly, Utah Defender does that. Every single person that we talk to says no or says the same thing. The media has said, "Oh yeah, he had a gun. Oh yeah, he had a gun." That's all. I mean, who cares if he had a gun? Doesn't matter. Like maybe half of the people here in Utah are concealed carriers. I'm a concealed carrier. You know, so that means just because
There's about 85,000 people that have concealed carry permits in
It's
Utah.
okay. It's not okay. People just are ignorant. They're just like you said, putting their head down the sand and just as long as it doesn't happen to me, I don't care.
I think this is an appropriate place to read this statement, Cliff. Can I read it?
Absolutely.
This is done by
Listen to this.
Attorney Troy Rawlins, the human jackass that he is. This is what he wrote. While the loss of human life is devastating, the law does not require law enforcement or anyone in parentheses to wait until a firearm in the control of and in the process of being deployed by another is actually fired before responding.
That never
In
happened
short,
in this
the law
video.
does not require a person get shot or even shot at before returning fire. the justification defense requirements actually outlined in the law sanctioning when a LEO, a law enforcement officer, can use deadly force were clearly presented in this case. My ass. What he's saying is, if I'm a concealed carry person and I piss off a law enforcement officer, which I do many, and later on they find me on the highway, they can shoot me to death based on the fact they know I have a concealed carry in my car. That's bullshit. I've asked Troy Rollins 3 times, give me the law that you quote. Nothing. It's cricket time. Can you believe a district attorney would write that down? And this letter, by the way, was sent by Troy Rollins to the chief of police of Farmington. Because because Troy or Chase Allen had a weapon in his car, he has possession, and he was going to use it. How does he know the thought process of the young man in the car? That's bullshit. This is outright state murder. This was an execution, and that is no more of a justification than anything else.
Besides that, if you're planning on killing these cops, unaliving them, I should say, for YouTube, but I'm not going to. If you're going to kill cops, then why would you be citing law to the police? Why would you be citing law?
Excellent point.
You're planning on pulling your gun out and shooting them, so why would you even cite law? You just say, hey, screw you, and do what you're going to do. He would have gotten the shot off. I mean, somebody would have seen the gun. We've never even seen the gun yet. In his hand.
Hang on. That statement says, and I'm a female, so I may be too dumb to understand it, but that statement says that no matter what, wherever you are in Utah, say it's deer hunting season, you've been out deer hunting, your rifle is in the trunk of your car, the bullets are in the glove box, safe gun handling, all of that, that a cop, because he knows that you were out deer hunting, can shoot you because you have a gun somewhere in your vehicle?
Exactly. That's what he's saying. Because we know you have a gun, we can shoot you at any time we want to, under any circumstance.
If we feel like you're going to do something.
Yes, we got to get it all about the feeling.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I can't believe he wrote that. And
so do we want to continue
I might as well read
this?
this one. This is just a ridiculous clip. Let me read this.
Go ahead. Are these the documents that you guys sent in an email to Nikki? Nikki, can you pull these up?
But someplace in this letter, he talks about, losing my train of thought. I'm sorry, I'm getting old. Oh, this shouldn't have been settled on the side of the road with a gun. This is said by Troy Rollins. Let me just make this statement. In September 2022, Chase Allen went to court for his mom in the courtroom. This is something else. This is how I wanted to start this off. And the Judge John Karlinchowski, had him illegally arrested in the courtroom defending his mother. There was no warrant. We had a sheriff tell us there was no warrant. They went at the judge, where's the warrant? He illegally arrested him. Show you how everybody's in sync to each other on this case. I wrote the Utah Judicial Conduct Commission, made a complaint, and cited the fact that this guy had him illegally arrested, kidnapped, and incarcerated with no warrant. A judge did this in the courtroom. That's total bullshit. And they whitewashed my complaint.
Okay. That last statement, is that in that police department report?
What last statement?
Okay,
one about...
so we've got the documents on the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you wanted to read one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Are these all in order?
No, unfortunately they're not.
All right. So can you make this?
It's in here where he makes the statement, this should have not been settled on the side of the road with a gun.
Yeah, I know the cops are the ones that decided on the road.
Yeah, but everybody needs to know they tried to settle this in court, and John Carl Lanchowski went ahead in absentia and went and found the mother guilty of driving without a license or a license plate on her car.
Okay. Now, during the autopsy, he was wearing, supposedly, during this time, the suspect was wearing black jeans with a brown belt. The suspect had a brown leather holster on his right hip. That holster looks like it's plastic, but that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And a brown leather knife holster on his left hip. Why did we never see the leather knife holster?
I think it's because it only existed in the police department's imagination and the people that did the investigation. And they will not release the OCIC, that's what they call it, investigation on the death of Chase Allen. That's the internal affairs investigation where a protocol team is selected by the DA, put together, and they investigate this. And yeah, that's a good point. I totally didn't even bring that up. That's a great point. Where is it?
Have they released anything to the mother? Any of his property at all?
No.
Okay.
She wants the gun, the cell phone, and
The vehicle and everything that was in the vehicle.
yeah, and we believe there was a GPS in the vehicle the day that they were following Chase Allen, because Butcher makes a quick dispatch call before the stop was ever done and says, "Number 7, where are you?" And he goes, "I'm right behind you." They were targeting this kid prior to the stop. And there's other dispatch calls that prove it.
And you guys have published those too, right?
We haven't published the dispatch calls. There's 3 different ones that are about 30 minutes each. I can figure out and send them to you so you got them later, so you can hear them.
Here, right here is where I'm questioning. Okay, Chief Johnson approached Sergeant Jacobson and he asked him what they needed. Sergeant Jacobson said, "I don't know, we were all shooters." Sergeant Jacobson then told Chief Johnson he thought that the suspect was a sovereign citizen and the suspect's firearm was on the passenger front, laying down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Chief Johnson asked if he knew, or if they knew who he was.
Now he's saying the gun is on the floorboard.
But then
Before he said it was on the
that
seat. Where was it?
They were opening the car door to get him out of the car.
They did not
and
open the car
started
door.
to go for his gun. Sergeant Jacobson said, "I dived in to try to stop him, but I jumped out because he was able to get it out."
What a
Get it
liar.
out from
That's a
there.
lot. Hey, Chase Allen would have shot him right in the face, he would have been dead. Even Cliff knows that.
Yep.
And the bottom line is, one of the things that you're reading on...
He said that. Even Cliff knows that.
Yeah. Officer Butcher then reached inside the vehicle and unlocked the door side, the driver's side door. Officer Butcher opened the driver's side door and Sergeant Jacobson reached inside the vehicle. Chase Allen opened up his vehicle. That is a fucking lie. And that's in their report that Butcher opened the door, and we watched this just before.
These are standard. These are standard police reports. They lie in every single police report that there is.
But that's
They want to push
huge.
their own narratives. It is huge.
Because it shows he complied with what they were doing, and they wanted to make them out that he wasn't compliant.
Yep, exactly. Yep, their
Okay,
own
and then
narrative.
right here, The suspect shifts his cell phone from his right hand into his left hand and starts to reach towards his waist with his right hand. Then
He was
both of
undoing
his
his
hands.
seatbelt.
Wait. Then both of his hands reach towards his waist.
Yeah.
The other
And
thing
he
is,
pivots his waist upward.
on the second page of that report, if you go to the second page of the report and you go to the third paragraph where it says evidence collected, it said that he had a loaded Rhino. It says the
Second page.
revolver. It doesn't have page numbers on it.
I
It
have
said,
it.
found on the driver's floor of the suspect's vehicle. That's where they found the gun. That's the contradiction to what you just read.
Yeah.
The gun was in two places? Are you bullshitting?
Maybe better.
Or was there more than one gun?
Well, with them, maybe they're talking about their drop gun. Do you know what a drop gun is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably had a drop gun, and they got confused in writing it. A drop gun, for people out there that don't know, that's what 80% of law enforcement officers carry in their car. How about that, Cliff? 80%.
And we need to search their vehicles.
And so, when you have a shooter, and he doesn't have a weapon to save the ass of the officer that murdered him, they put a gun, they put his hand on it, get his fingerprints on the gun, and then they drop it next to the body of the victim that the police just murdered. So is that the second gun you're talking about?
See how we got all this evidence and we're talking about it? Why isn't it the media is putting it out there for the public?
Because they're corrupt.
Why isn't it? Why we have to do it? You know, and we don't get that much view from public view. You know, the only way we get this views is here on YouTube and everything, and YouTube ends up taking it off or something. You know. And why isn't it the media doing this? Why? Because
they're in the pockets of the government. They do what the government tells them to. Because
Exactly.
I mean, how are they going to get the next breaking story if they're not in with the government and the cops? And Utah Defender, you said you have almost 4,000 subscribers, right? Just over.
Now you got to look at it. But the chief says I only have 100.
Yeah, I know. I saw that, and we're going to cover that too in a minute. And do we have the phone number of the Farmington Police Department so that people can ask for the chief to get him to do the right thing?
Oh, he would. Oh, he'd be very happy. Do we have? Is it any place on the letters here? No, I don't see it. I used to I think on my site I have the phone numbers.
We can probably get our mods to look at the number.
Utah, you have it on that paper on that package that you gave me. Remember that you gave me that I just returned to you where you have your records of the FOIA? It's on the back.
That one?
Yeah, check the back. This is the writing. You have it in the back. Turn the paper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Here, everybody wants the phone numbers? There you go.
Read it.
Just read the police department's phone number out.
Okay, the phone number for
Nikki has it. Nikki has it. It's 801
451 5453.
Let's show the chief that there's more than 100 viewers. And
And
let's
I'm
ask
not
him to talk to
important
the chief.
either. I'm not important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not of insignificance either.
Right. None of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Until he
you're
gets
out
calls.
there showing exposing corruption and exposing bad behavior of police officers, we're not important. We're not important.
No. Yeah. And he said that on camera. We're going to show that later.
Yeah,
When you talk about law and a police officer asked me, where did you get your law degree? I go, I have a whole year of law in school. What do you have?
6 months.
Yeah. So what is the chief's name again?
Oh, yeah, it's a real great name. It's Eric Johnson. Yeah.
Eric Johnson.
If you want to know what he looks like a giant phallus.
Well, we're gonna see what he looks like here in a second.
Well,
Do
Cliff,
we need to see more of this video?
Cliff, no, let's show that other one, the body camera that the family found footage. You know, since it's
Perfect.
right now.
The one that Nikki has.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Nikki, I'm gonna take this one off, and you can share the one that you have.
This is the second set of videos
While we're waiting,
that
don't
Chase Ellen's mother took
underestimate
the
the
raw
power
body
of persuasion
cameras,
from Jose
or
here.
body
I'm only doing this
cams,
because he got
didn't
me.
manipulate it. All they did is they put words
Jose's,
and arrows and circles and stuff to bring out the innocence of Chase Allen.
Thank you. A bit different style than Utah Defender. But they're both good styles, I think.
Thank you.
And you're driving, Nikki.
Okay, are we ready?
You're going
Everybody
to see
go
the
ahead
same
and mute.
videos,
Okay.
but they're not manipulated. Wait till you see this.
But of course, now it's not going to share.
Well, you had it up there before. There it is.
Yeah, but it says we can't get to your storage right now. It won't let it play. Hang on, I'm gonna stop sharing. Alright, everybody can unmute. Let me pull it back up and
And thank you, Cliff, for covering this story.
Oh, absolutely. Nikki was pretty much, she said, yeah, oh yeah, we gotta cover this. So she's with us on this.
alright, I'm gonna try it again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chase Allen. So you have a fraudulent passport? Wonderful.
Take it, Nick.
Okay, step up.
Passport has nothing to do with us. We have no jurisdiction of the passport. Okay?
Take it, Nick.
Both hands clearly visible with no gun. That's Chase Allen. So look for those things in red and the circles and stuff, because it brings out the fact that Chase Allen never had a gun and what he was doing. He's exiting the vehicle, no holster on his hip. You notice that? No holster. I'm going to overtalk here and tell you what you're looking at. This is Diane Allen's video. You saw the police chief's video, and notice there's no gun on his hip. There's so many significant things. You just have to read what they put up. Diane had a professional person do her video. So watch this and look at the differences in both videos. This one is not manipulated by the chief where the other one was. And that's the significance of the video you're watching now. There was no tampering with this video, which is a felony, and the chief and the person that helped the chief both should be charged with a felony, which we want done. Look how big that hand is, way out of proportion. Jacobson realized he's going to stand up and get out of the car. He can't have
And
that,
ask
so he's going
yourself,
to push him back
Get out of
in.
the car. He's getting out of the car. You can plainly see he was complying. Why did Taylor Jacobson bum rush him and push him back in the car? It's because he didn't want him to come out of the car with empty hands. They couldn't afford to let him show 2 empty hands. Do you see a gun on the passenger seat over there? I don't. Do you see one on the floor? I don't. Look at the cell phone sitting in the seat. It's in pristine shape. That's going to come up later on. And again, this was never shown to the public, but Taylor Jacobson used his elbow to not
Can
only
you stop this really quick?
blind Chase Allen, but to keep him in the vehicle and keep him in place, because they could not afford for him to stand out of that vehicle with no gun in his hands.
To the public, when they were releasing the body camera, how come we don't see this view at all when the sergeant goes in there and elbows Chase on the face? You know, if they don't show that.
Yeah, also, we don't see the right hand on the left arm.
We also don't see the holster at all when he is, lifting up. There is no holster there.
No, it's photoshopped.
Yeah, so the gun and holster, where was it? It was in between the seat and the console. He didn't have it on his hip. Where else could it have been? It wasn't on the seat, though. It wasn't on the passenger seat either.
Yeah.
Where's the gun in this picture?
One cop said it was.
This is not the chief's
No
version
holster.
of it. This is what Diane Allen put out.
No gun.
In this picture right
Look at all the hands on the doorstop there. This is where Kyle Carey was doing the assassination shot. Assassination shot.
His hands come up in grimacing, and that's when you hear the roar of the engine from his foot hitting the pedal. And Kyle Carey right here shot him in the back of the head. Why didn't the chief
And
show
Kyle
this?
Carey's a miserable son of a bitch. He's a smart ass,
You
too.
never saw this on the chief's videos.
They never showed this to you, did they? Think about that. Why did they show this?
They never showed that picture either. Why?
They never showed his
This
body.
shows how guilty these sons of bitches, these murderers, were when they killed Chase Allen. This shows it's a murder.
That would, if the American public had seen this picture, they would have been pissed off and outraged. Nobody would have believed anything they said, but they didn't show that. Why was that, Cliff?
Yeah, the media never showed any of this video at all, right? It was Ms. Allen's investigators that got this footage.
Right.
Right, and you're going to see where they black out his hands, too, in the next upcoming video. Yeah, take a look right here. You'll see all these hands right here.
Yeah, there's one.
Okay?
And there's two.
And there's 3.
And this is where
And
Kyle
remember, we're
Carey
looking at Diane
is putting the gun
Allen's
as far as he can to
videos,
murder
not the Chiefs.
Chase
He
Allen.
never showed this.
And this is before, about the time they yelled, gun, 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 they were all running back that way like cowards.
Picture 2.
Yeah, that is completely blacked out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you look closely,
Yeah.
the arm actually, where they started blacking it out, the arm comes in and behind
Exactly.
Exactly. I agree.
And this arm right here is his support arm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
You're going to see another picture where it's blacked out. Why did they do that? Yeah, but the chief in my video clip denies there was 3 assassination shots to the back of his head. This right here, this video shows you totally blacked out. They don't want you to see anything in that one. Picture right here. They blacked it out. See it? Nothing. You can't see any detail there. That was done by the chief. When Diane Allen got these videos, they did that on purpose to block that out. They didn't.
They
want to
were
ever
so
show-
bold,
the point
or
of
should I
this
use the
is
word
they didn't want to show
arrogant,
you that they did 3 assassination
or
shots.
possessed, that they thought
And what's this?
nothing of giving these videos up, knowing that they had manipulated
But
them,
that's a guy's face.
that they knew they were going to get away with murder
In that picture,
thanks
it was
to
all black,
DA
just like
Troy
this. It's all
Rollins.
blacked out.
And that's why Rollins should get the
There's
death
both his
penalty for
hands, no
murder.
gun. Where the hand could have been, below your cursor, and then the face where it's blotted out, where it's the sign of a gun.
Wow.
Both hands are visible. This is so critical right here. There's no gun in them. Think about that. And they
There's
still
a round going
cleared
out
these guys of murder? Are you
from
kidding me?
Ganusco.
So let me ask you a question, Cliff. At this point, looking at all this, did they murder him?
Oh, in my opinion, yes. I think it was an absolute. Yeah, absolutely. But it's just my opinion, but I'm right. You know, it's sickening. It is absolutely sickening.
And Cliff is right, it's sickening because they murdered a young man who had his whole life ahead of him, and it was worth all the officers' lives combined that they were ever going to accomplish in their life.
Because he was recording too. He was recording. And we don't have that footage yet.
And Patriots, he actually just asked, did he have a cloud account that everything uploaded?
Well, we're hopefully, he did, you know. And
I think he was very intelligent. I would assume.
we have to assume there's a video on that phone because he was recording. Clearly, he was recording.
I don't think we want to talk about that one too much. Like give the other side some ideas of what to do. And we don't want to do that either.
I just want to interject here that if my
And again, my question again is why hasn't
amount of space to have this film goes out, I'll do a part 2, just for the viewers so that you know.
Why haven't
I don't think I'll have a problem, but if it does, I'll do a part 2. So look for that.
Conspiracy?
Oh, see,
See, no, they're part of it. They're part of the conspiracy, I would think. Yeah. And it's like they're supposed to be the fourth estate, but they're not. It's our legislative, executive, and our judicial. They're all in cahoots with each other. They all work together, even though, according to the Constitution, they were supposed to be checks and balances. But they all work together.
And I'll tell you, trying to expose the Chase Allen murder, I should be able to go to the Attorney General's office, which I did,
All right.
and ask them
Everybody
to
wanna
arrest
see,
these people, and
this
they've never
Chief
done
Johnson?
anything about it.
I really don't, but
I think everybody should see this tyrant.
Cliff, I'm very nice to him.
I'm going to end it here. There's no way that you can watch the first set of videos by the chief and the second set by Diane Chase and not come away with the facts and the evidence that Chase Allen was murdered by those 6 officers, and that it was covered up by Eric Johnson, DA Troy Rollins, and now I can add the 3 commissioners of Davis County. All these people are malfeasant in their office. They've obstructed justice. They have covered up capital murder. And they've ignored Utah statutes in the Constitution of the United States. Again, if you believe Chase Allen was murdered, put a 1 in the comments, and then find out, I don't have the addresses, find out Utah Bureau of Investigation's address, and write the Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi, and there you can write the FBI, but you have to write the Civil Rights Violation Department. But Chase Allen, his civil rights were trampled on because they murdered him. And I needed to show this to everybody because in here, the Vigilant Committee states that I had 4,000 subscribers, and now I'm over 11,000. So you who are new to my channel, please view this. Put a 1 in the comment if you think he was murdered, and get involved, please, and help write those people that this needs to be reopened. And additionally, share this with everybody. Share it with one person if you watch the video. But it's really important that you watch this video all the way through. Thank you for your time, and we'll see if you do what I ask, because I need your help. I'm not going to let go of this. This kid was murdered. These 6 officers are rotten scum shit, son of a bitches, and so is their families for raising such a puke. They're terrible human beings. And yet this has all been washed away by D.A. Troy Rollins and the state of fucking Utah. Thank you for your time.